What up, YouTube? I got a couple inboxes, so I'm gonna just talk about two subjects right now. All right. One is damn, what was one? All right. This is a mess. I got a short time for real. This is some shit. But one of my subjects was to talk about basically how a stud or whatever hits a fem, and they wanted me to know how I feel about that. How I feel about a stud hitting a fem. It's not cool. It's not cool. I don't hit fems. None of that. I don't hit my girlfriend. I don't hit a girl that dresses like a fem. None of that. Now, if it went down and it came to, a situation with another girl that I don't even know, possibly, but if you're in a relationship and, stuff start knocking out, that's not cool. If you feel that you're that angry, then you should get away from your partner at that time. You feel like you're ready to just swing on them, you gotta get away. You gotta walk away. You gotta walk out and just, breathe for a little bit. Breathe. You want shit with your friends, go chill with your friends, you want to smoke. That's nothing. Need weed, bogey, drink, do whatever. Instead of hitting your girl. Because hitting your girl, that ain't gonna solve nothing. That's not making the problem better. That's just making it worse. What if your girlfriend look in the mirror and she like, and she be crying? That's not good. You don't want to make your girl cry more. And then you leave bruises on her. That's gonna drive her crazy. Then she gonna come back swinging at you and shit. And you gonna be like, what the fuck? What the fuck that's for? And then you gonna find out later what it's for. It's just gonna cause more of a problem. It's gonna cause more fights. It's gonna cause more arguments. If a femme don't deserve to get hit, and truly, femmes don't need to get hit. That's not the way. So I'm not gonna say they deserve, because that's not it. But if you play fighting or whatever, that's cool. If you ain't play fighting, there's no need in hitting them. No need at all. Us studs, we gotta be strong. We gotta represent who we truly are and who we are. We don't like seeing niggas hit their girls, but yet we dress like niggas. And them niggas, studs that hit girls, doing the same thing that they ain't like the niggas doing. Basically showing up and hitting their girl. That's not something that you do. If a girl is in that situation, a femme, suggest they leave. That's abusive relationship, and nobody want to be in that. Nobody want to be in all of that. That hitting shit. That's not cool. It's opposite too. Femmes do be hitting studs. Now I'm gonna stick up for my bros. That's healthy. The femmes that hit on studs, that shit ain't cool either. How the fuck we feel about that shit? Us studs do stupid shit sometimes, but it's never to the point where you gotta throw a heat or swing. It's never to that point. That shit, that's aggravating. When femmes swing on studs, we look at that shit like, I should fuck that bitch up. But some don't. Some walk, or some just want to be left alone, or some drink, or some smoke. No stud should have to deal with a femme beating their ass, like literally beating their ass. That shit's not cool. It's not cool at all. And then no femme should go through a stud whooping that ass. That's just not cool. Basically, put it together, nobody should be whooping any ass. That's just something you don't do. People complain, girls complain about how men hit they girl or whatever, but yet us studs, when we do that shit, it's like, damn, basically doing the same thing the male doing. When you go with a girl, don't shit change. That's what I want y'all to know. Don't shit change. You go through the same shit you would go through with a nigga the same way you would with a bitch. Nothing changes. As far as femmes hitting studs, that's not an everyday thing. You don't see that shit a lot. Like, you don't see a female beating up on a male. Like, you just don't. But if you do, If you do, God, if you do, that's just it. Shit, I don't know. If you do, beat his ass up. You know, beat that ass. If you deserve it. If you don't deserve it, then damn, I don't know. But nah, you don't see that shit. You don't see fEM's or whatever beating up male guys. You just don't. Now, fEM's beating up studs. Just because we two girls don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. You know, nothing at all. You feel you want to leap and you want to swing, then yeah, it's finna get knocked the hell down. Because me, personally, I don't tolerate bitches swinging on me. I hate that shit. Don't do it. And with a different stud, I don't know how they would take that shit. But it's just not cool for fEMs and studs to be fighting, especially if they in a relationship. And even if you're not in a relationship, nobody wants to see that shit. You know? Like damn, like nobody really wants to see that shit. And alright, go for studs. Studs, on the other hand, this is my other subject I, got to talk about that was inboxed to me. Basically, they wanted me to, answer why do studs fight studs. I can answer that. One, some studs think they too fucking cocky. Some studs think they the shit. Some studs you just can't tell nothing. And then there's other studs that just talk shit about other studs. And that leads to situations. But for me, I put it like this. I get along with every stud. I don't beef with nobody. I don't have problems with no stud. I give off a good vibe to people, a good vibe that people can read and, get along with. Very trustworthy, somebody that you can count on. And to this day, you can't find people like that, So it's very difficult. When studs fight, it's some other shit, some other shit. Like, they could be fighting because of the problem that they had back then. They could be fighting because, I don't know, over a fed. I mean, but my thing is, us stud population that's going on right now, no studs should be fighting studs. We should just stand strong and just keep that shit going. Like, that's that shit that we shouldn't even break that shit apart. Seeing studs fight, it's like you don't know what the situation is. You won't know what the situation is until afterwards. But us being studs, we gotta do what we meant to do, which is basically lead fEMs, make fEMs happy. Studs, come on, man, get that shit together, bros. I mean, we don't need to be fighting. We need to keep it cool in the community. Last time, smoke maybe, drink maybe. That's what it is. You can't be going out there fighting or whatever. That's not cool. But if you got a problem with that stud, I'm definitely 100% with you. Because I went through that shit before and that shit wasn't pretty. I wonder how fEMs feel about studs fighting over studs, or studs fighting over fEMs. I'm not for that stud. I'm not for that. I like fEM. But, it's just too much. Like, why fight? Especially if it's a relationship problem. Or if, it's just a problem. I mean, if you talking shit, you that type of person that's like, well, that stud right there, that stud's an ugly fucking bitch. Her mommy don't fucking like her. I'll tear her ass, I'll whoop her ass. Then you deserve to get your ass whooped. You can't talk about nobody and call nobody ugly if you really don't know who that person is on the inside. See, you may look, good on the outside, but you might look good on the outside or whatever. But on the inside, you act ugly as fuck. So that gives off an ugly ass vibe, So here you are calling another stud ugly, and then on your inside, you ugly. So that's a fight right there. You can't always go off calling people ugly. Like fEMs. fEMs do that shit in a heartbeat. They see other bitches wear shit, and they like, that bitch knows she got that shit from the flea market, or Walmart, or Payless, or she ain't get it from no rich shit like the mall and shit. That bitch broke. Look at that bitch toes. fEMs are good for talking shit about each other. That's just fEMs. Stud, oh, that nigga know that whole Nike shit was out last year. Get on that new shit. That's how we are, but with fEMs, it's every damn thing. The eyelashes, the knees, the ashy toes, everything, But my thing is, don't judge nobody if you don't know nobody, you know, that's just causing a problem that's gonna go towards a fight. And once it goes towards a fight, then what are you gonna do? You know, what is there to do? You know? But I think that's enough talking, cause the nigga throat dry. So I'ma just drink some shit. But I'ma finish, you know. That's what I had to talk about. Those was the two subjects: why studs hit fEM's and why studs fight. You know, like I said, both of those situations ain't cool. We all need to learn to just get along and keep it going. That's about it. And for the studs that's hitting their women out there, you need to learn to stop it. Because when you got a good woman out there, you don't want to lose it. And when you lose it, you don't know what you lost until afterwards. And fEM's, if you're doing the same thing for studs, you won't know what you had until you lose it. That beating on them and shit don't fucking work. And it's never going to work. As far as the studs fighting and shit, cut that shit out. We all bros. Cut that shit out. Act right, my nigga. You know, no need to fight. We got this shit. Studs, like they say, run shit. So just be a part of that shit, you know. No fighting. Ignore crazy shit, ignorant shit. You know, keep the community strong. You just keep it going, you know. Rainbow colors all day.